I enjoy spending time creating something and then finding out that it is not the right thing and I've completely wasted my time. Said no one ever. Let's talk about how to get it right the first time. Have you ever shared something you created with a decision maker or maybe a committee, and only then you hear the response, yeah, that's not what we wanted? Maybe you ask them, well, what's wrong with it, or what can be improved? And they simply reply with, I don't know, but just not this. But I'll know it when I see it. You've probably had this happen to you, and I want you to know you're not alone. Several years ago, I can remember being nervous every time we would show a design for an app to a client. Oftentimes the response would be, yes, that's it. But sometimes we would hear that dreaded, nope, that's not what we're looking for, but I'll know it when I see it. Then we found an article from Brad Frost where he talks about starting the design process by gathering inspiration pieces from other designs. You show those to stakeholders, and then you get feedback before you design anything. It's brilliant. Brilliant! Now, unless this is your first video of ours, you know that we love to experiment, and we had to try this exercise in our next strategy workshop, and it was magic. We tweaked a few of Brad's ideas, and we called it the Design Catalyst exercise, because we love science-y type names. Science. Insert that there. Brilliant! We created a worksheet that you can download, and here's how you can use it. Following our mantra of it's easier to edit than create, look for inspiration from contemporaries. Gather examples and gather your decision makers. Have each person write a score on how effective each example is. Now, no talking during this part. Then total all the scores. Take 5 minutes to talk about the highest scores and ask the question, what was great? Then take 5 minutes to talk about the lowest scores and what do we need to avoid? And boom, you've got consensus and a clear path forward. Now, here's why this exercise is magic. First, it unlocks their brains to give you feedback on why something is good or bad. They might say something like, this is too busy, or there's too much text over here, or I like the colors here, but the colors over here, not so much. Just be sure to ask follow-up questions to find out why something is good or bad. Second, this exercise can be applied to lots of things besides design. You could look at your competitor's features and say, here's the set of features our competitor has in their product. What are the things we should include in our product? What are the things that we should do to differentiate ourselves from them? Or here's an example of a quarterly report from another industry. What can we learn from this? What are the things we think are effective? What are the things we should avoid? Lastly, as a group, you get to define what success looks like and get feedback from stakeholders up front. Then later when you present your work, you can say something like, remember when we said we wanted a short intro and then 3 good examples? Well, here's where we did that. Before you hear another, I'll know it when I see it, save yourself time and heartache by using our Design Catalyst exercise to give them something to see first. Well, that is just a good idea. That's what that is.